Yay! Oh, yay, there's people here. Hello. Um, so to start off, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in to my Ask Me Monday first scheduled Periscope broadcast. I'm really excited and really nervous. Nervous mainly because last time I tried to do a Periscope broadcast, I didn't test it first to see if like my internet worked or like anything like that. So it was a miserable failure. But now here we are, and there's apparently people here, and I'm so happy. Awesome. So like I said before, today is Ask Me Monday. Um, when I posted about it last week, and you guys have written actually me a bunch of like really great questions on Twitter, and so I'm really excited to answer some of these for you. Um, I feel like maybe we should just dive in. Maybe we should just do it. Ah, okay. I'm gonna have a sip of wine first, cause I'm this. Okay, so here we go. The first question that I got is if there is a season three of hunting season, what do I think Alex would do? If there is a season three of hunting season, and I really hope there is, because I really really love telling his story and like getting to work with some people that I really really love and doing all that stuff. So hopefully there will be more. But what will Alex be doing? For those of you who watched season two, at the end of it, he kind of came to this like real place of wanting to like tell the truth in his writing and basically be this like honest, authentic person. So I don't know what he's going to do. I think he's just going to keep living and making mistakes and writing about it and being his damn self and doing the damn thing. Um, so yeah, that's what I think he's going to be doing. When did you know that you wanted to be an actor? Were your parents supportive? So I have been acting literally for as long as I can remember. My very first remember of performing was I was in preschool, and I went to this like religious school, and we were doing a nativity play for Christmas, and I got to be the star. Not like the stars and like the most important person in the show, but I was like the North Star, and I remember like I have a very vivid memory, and I'm sure like it's 80% made up, but I was on the stage, and like I walked forward to say my like four lines, and I was wearing this like really gaudy bright silver star costume, and I just remember like the spotlight on me, like not being able to see the audience, but like knowing they were there, and then yeah, it was just a feeling that I had always wanted since then. However, as I grew up, there's a lot more important things that go into acting. I really enjoy getting to tell stories that make people think, that change people's minds, that like get people to think critically. That's more why I'm into it now. But that is how it started. And were my parents supportive? Yeah, my parents were actually super supportive when I decided that I didn't want to be a business major anymore, because that's what I was actually going to college for. I told them like I'm moving to LA and I'm going to be an actor, and my parents were just like, "Great, sounds awesome, do it." And so I did. I moved to LA, and I was in New York for a while, but like I never gave up on the acting thing, and I don't really plan on it. So here we go. Uh, Next question is, what country would I like to go to? I really love traveling. Um, when I was like 15, I was really lucky. My mom took my brother and I to Europe. Thank you. I love my eyebrows too. My mom took my brother and I to Europe, and we went to France, Italy, Belgium, and Amsterdam. And it was so amazing. Um, it was getting to experience different cultures and something, and I'm really glad that my mom instilled that in me, like wanting to go explore and experience things. So, but as far as what country I would like to go to right now, on that trip to Europe, I didn't get to go to England, and I would really love to see the UK. Like my nana is from London, and I have family there. Like there's a whole part of my family that's there, and I've never met them. So I think that would be kind of amazing. So I'm gonna say England. Yeah. Oh, hey Leeds guy. I'll come visit you. Next question is who has inspired you as an actor? There's actually two actors that really, really, really inspire me. Not just because they are so amazing as far as like the craft of the acting, uh, but also they just lived their lives so authentically, and they're just themselves. They don't. It's hard being an actor because there's sometimes you feel like you need to be something that you're not. You need to sell something that maybe doesn't come naturally to you. And these two actors don't do that at all. They're 100% authentically themselves. And that is Dennis O'Hare and John Benjamin Hickey. I am I like love everything they do. I've gotten to see John Benjamin Hickey on stage a couple times, and it was just really tremendous. And actually, when I was living in New York, I actually waited on both of them separately, and they were just so lovely. And Dennis O'Hare has such like a beautiful family, and I they inspire me to like be my authentic self all the time. So yeah, love them. Next question. What's the best thing about LA and the best thing about Portland? Um, the best thing about LA, honestly, is just like the ease of living. Like the weather doesn't hurt. The beach is right there. Desert's there. Mountains are there. Like you can have all this stuff minus winter. Like you don't really get a winter here. But being from the Pacific Northwest, like I'm okay. I don't need it. Like for a little while. Like I'll still go to New York and visit, and that's super fun. The best thing about Portland, I was in Portland for about a month shooting a movie called Something Like Summer. Um, Such a great time. I grew up an hour south of Portland, and it was it was great, like getting to go to Portland all the time because Portland is just like it's a beautiful city. Like the mountains in the distance and the rivers and the bridges. I love bridges. Like I love bridges. I think they're beautiful. Um, it's a really beautiful city, and the people are so fantastic and weird, and there are so many stories there, and they have like a really great food scene, delicious food, and I love food. And then also there are more strip clubs per person in Portland than in any other city, and I am a large proponent of getting your jollies off. So kudos to you, Portland. Um, Next up is when did you tell your parents that you were gay, and how did they handle it? Uh, I told my parents I was gay. Well, actually, not gonna lie, I told my parents I was bi because that seemed a lot more accessible. Um, it seemed less scary for me to say that I was bi as opposed to saying like, "Oh, mom, dad, I'm gay." Um, so yeah, I told them I was bi. Um, my freshman year of high school. And actually, I didn't actually get a chance to really tell anybody. I told the costumer for a production of Twelfth Night that I was doing, and it was, she was cool. She was like 20 something. I was in high school, and like this grown up wanted to like hear about my feelings and like hear what I thought about stuff, and it was, you know. So I told her. It was really kind of like this amazing feeling. Um, and so I told her, and like she, knowing full well that my parents weren't going to give a shit, uh, told my stepmom, who then told my dad, and that conversation went like, so we talked to Anya, and I was like, and they were like, oh, it's fine, calm down, and I was like, oh, okay. So then I told my mom, and the the one comment that I swear she ever made about it, she thought that I was like very brave. Um, she thought that it was very brave of me what I was doing. Uh, oh no, can you guys not hear me? Is this better if I hold the mic closer to my face? Somebody, somebody. Okay, I'm just gonna try it like this. Ugh, sound is low. I don't know what to do. This is better though. Okay, I will do it right here. Thank you. Thanks, ladies. Um, so the only thing that my mom said, she was totally supportive, thought I was like super brave for coming out in high school. Uh, I was on dance team in high school, so it's not like I was really coming out. Like nobody was surprised. Um, but she at one of my dance competitions made a comment to my dad after I came out as bi, and she was like, you know what? He might be a bisexual, but he has some great legs, and I was just like, what? What does that even mean? Like that's not even a thing. Like it still makes me laugh. But my parents have been like so supportive ever since. So yeah, I was really lucky because I know that not everyone is so lucky. Like I had friends in high school who came out of the closet and kicked out of got kicked out of their homes and we took in at least two friends that I remembered uh like we took them in for like a month at a time because their families kicked them out. And it's really sad and it just makes me realize how lucky I am. So, yeah, super lucky. Next question is, what's your favorite kind of ice cream? Thanks, Owen. Um, mint chocolate chip, like pure and simple. Like I don't need anything fancy. Just some good old fashioned mint chocolate chip. Close second is Rocky Road. So there you go. Uh, what do I miss most about living in NYC? Uh, I loved living in NYC. Like, let's not mince words. It's hard. Like, it's really hard to live there. Everything's expensive. And, I lived on the fifth floor of a five-story walk-up. And so, like, little things like just going to the grocery store was like a huge pain in the ass. Um, but I mean, you're in fucking New York City. Like, there's no place like it. Some of my favorite things would include uh, getting lost in like any given neighborhood and just like wandering around, checking out like the shops and like the restaurants and the bars and all the stuff because you could not go to a different restaurant every day and like eat through all the restaurants in a year. Um, so yeah, definitely, definitely getting lost there. Also, I really took advantage of all the amazing theater and dance and performance and opera and everything. Like I saw as much as I possibly could, and yeah, I miss that so much. So yeah, that's what I miss about living in NYC. Uh, Someone wanted to know what my favorite drink was. Like, well, what are you trying to say? uh, well, wine. Cheers. But no, I would okay. My favorite drink. There's a restaurant here in LA called St. Felix. There's two of them. There's one in Hollywood and one in West Hollywood, and they make this cocktail called the Firecracker, which is basically it's like a spicy Cosmo, but it's like grapefruit flavored vodka, jalapeno, cranberry, and it's my favorite drink, pretty much bar none. But that's like for like a spring summer cocktail. My favorite like winter cocktail. I'm a big fan of like cozying up by a fire and drinking a hot toddy. Like I love a hot toddy. So yeah, I plan on enjoying many of those these coming winter months. Um, Hello, Paris. Um, I've been in you. It's beautiful. Um, Next question is, how are you alike different than the character you play on hunting season? And that's a really great question. Because honestly, while we were shooting it, I'm alike him in so many ways. The biggest thing for me is that I felt during his journey, like he's trying so hard to figure his shit out, figure out who he is, find his authentic self, tell the truth, all that stuff, and that's very much something that I'm continuing to go through. It's really hard, especially as any kind of artist, really. Um, to stay true to yourself. And yeah, that was something that I definitely appreciated about getting to go through Alex's journey. Um, some of the ways that we are different is he's a little bit more sexually liberated. Oh, and that's actually, I'm going to give that phrase to my friend Alil, who then asked the next question, aka, are you as wait a minute, sexually liberated? Um, I'm definitely a big fan of sluts. I'm a proponent, like, be as slutty as you want to be. For me personally, I have always been more of a serial monogamist. Uh, Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. Um, but yeah, I applaud sluts of the world. Like I love you all so much. Um, Next question, again from my friend Owen. So like if you could be an astronaut or a firefighter, which would you be? Um, uh, I would be a firefighter because I'm afraid of a lot of things. And one of those things would definitely be just like floating around space. It kind of has like the same kind of vibes as water to me. Just like floating around, not being able to really see what's going on, where you are. Uh, Not to mention being an astronaut just seems like way more dangerous than being a firefighter. Not that being a firefighter doesn't come with like all its dangers, because I mean, come the fuck on, you're fighting fire. Um, uh, so yeah, I'm gonna say firefighter. Uh, yeah. And firefighters are always thought to be like a little bit sexier than astronauts, don't you think? Like being a sexy firefighter is a thing. I've never really heard anyone say like sexy astronauts. Um, so yeah. Uh, anyway, next question. Hold on, I'm scrolling. Uh, oh, this is rad. Loved seeing you on What Would You Do last year. Was there anything that they didn't show on TV, and how did you feel after you filmed it? Um, so, uh, shooting that show was like really weird. Like it was really weird. Because it's like you have an earpiece in your ear, and the producer is talking to you from a truck out in the parking lot, and you have to say sometimes verbatim what the producer is telling you to say while still maintaining an actual conversation with a person. And it was rad because it was like it was definitely like a test almost. Like it was definitely kind of strange. Someone just asked what show is this? And the show that I'm talking about is What Would You Do? It's a hidden camera show on ABC where they put people in weird situations and see how they would react. And I played an actor on one of those shows. Um, yeah, so it was definitely weird. There was some stuff that they didn't show that I really wish that they would have. There was this one couple, an older couple, a man and a woman, who, when the actress who was playing like the bigot, uh, when she started like taunting us and like basically just being a bitch, which let's be real, like that woman is great at playing a bitch. Like she was really good, nicest woman in the world, like in real life. Um, but when she was being mean to us, this couple like was like she looked over to me and the other actor who was playing my boyfriend, and she was like, is she bothering you? Do you want to come sit with us?" So like we went and we sat down with her, and she was just like the sweetest. She was telling me she was a teacher. She was like an elementary school teacher, and she was like, I don't necessarily agree with what with your lifestyle, which I mean like fine. She was like, but honestly, like I raise my kids or I teach my kids that love is love, and it's none of your business who loves who and all that stuff. So it was a really nice moment, but I think that the reason that they didn't put it on is because the couple didn't want to share. Um, they didn't want to sign like the waiver being on TV. Hello, Siberia. That's so far away. Um, Thanks for joining. So yeah, that was really cool. That was a really cool experience. So hold on really quick. I'm gonna check my Twitter because those were Twitter questions that came in all week. I'm gonna check to see if there is anything else all up in here. Hi, Finland. Um, Ryan Walsh wants to know if there's any plans for more episodes. We would all love to do more episodes. Um, oh, thank you. My hair is kind of a mess, but I appreciate. Oh, my hair is gay now, so it's on point and gay. I'm gonna hold on to this question, Cody Cassidy, because that is an excellent question. Also, um, someone wants to know if there's plans for more episodes of hunting season, and I sure hope so. That's like really all I can say. Um, is I really, really hope so, because I don't think that any of us are done telling that story. So there's that. Um, okay, so now I'm gonna go to Cody Cassidy's question. He asked me what book I was currently reading, and I'm gonna go grab it because it's really good. Um, I try to read like as much as I can, and oh, this is my bedroom, by the way. Hi, bedroom. That's my bedroom. It's really dark right now because I'm trying to just use like the natural light that I'm getting through the window. So yeah, but I am currently reading uh, Robert Galbraith, Career of Evil. That's probably like backwards for you, but Robert Galbraith, Career of Evil. If you guys don't know, Robert Galbraith is actually just the pseudonym for J.K. Rowling. She wrote, I mean, obviously Harry Potter, but Career of Evil is the third in a series of books about Corman's. I can't. Even, I've never been able to pronounce his name. Cormoran Strike. Uh, yeah, yeah, Owen. Um, but yeah, I love her writing style. I loved it all through Harry Potter. I actually really loved Casual Vacancy, which not a lot of people really liked. But yeah, she wrote three books under the pseudonym Robert Galbraith that are detective novels. Career of Evil, Cuckoo's Calling, and another one, but I can't remember it. But it was really good, and I strongly urge you to read them because they're fantastic. Someone on Twitter wants to know ice cream or frozen yogurt, and honestly, like I love frozen yogurt. In New York, my go-to place is 16 Handles. It is delicious and so good. And then here in LA, I I'm a big fan of Yogurt Stop in West Hollywood, and then also Yogurt Land is so good. Um, but yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with the sound. I'm holding the microphone close to my face so that it doesn't happen anymore. Um, what are my favorite froyo toppings? I usually, I'm not gonna lie, I'm super boring when it comes to froyo toppings, and it's pretty much always almonds and chocolate chips with whatever I get. Um, Yay, I'm glad you can hear me, some of you. Um, so yeah, how do I supplement my income in between acting gigs? That's actually like a totally fair question, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even like a little bit in a place where I can fully support myself with acting gigs. Um, so I waited tables. I worked at Soho House in New York. I was there pretty much the entire time. Uh, and then when I moved to LA, I got a job at a restaurant. Um, and then I got to leave for like a month to go shoot something like Summer. And when I came back from being on set for almost an entire month, uh, like I couldn't go back. Like I just couldn't. Um, so right now to supplement any acting income, I'm actually oh God, I don't even want to like tell you because it's whatever. It's not embarrassing. I'm an actor, but I'm doing catering. So like catering events. And yeah, it's actually really fun and a lot less soul sucking than waiting tables was. So, but I mean, like we have to do it, especially us actor folk. We gotta find those jobs to supplement the acting dollars. Someone just asked if I went to Voodoo Donuts in Portland, and of course I went to Voodoo Donuts in Portland. It's it's oh God. I think while I was in Portland for that month, I went 3 times actually. Uh, yeah, 3 times. That was a lot of donuts, and every time we had like multiple donuts, and it was great. Someone else I just saw asked. Someone else just asked how filming went for something like Summer, and it was really great. It was a really good time. Uh, uh, yeah, the the kid Grant Davis who played the lead, like he was fantastic, and he's like a really great actor, and we had a really great time on set. Everyone who was in the crew, uh, it was a really good time, and it was actually like my first time where I was on location for something. I mean, yeah, on location for like an extended period of time. So it's like these people become your family, and everyone was really cool, so it was easy to do that. So yeah, had a really great time, and I actually can't wait to see. I can't wait to see the finished product and share it with all you guys. So yeah, um, hold on, might have another question. So someone wants to know what hair products I use. Um, I'm going to answer that question in just a second, the one that just came across. What hair products I use? I actually use a sea salt spray, and then I blow dry my hair upside down. It's really embarrassing, and then I use American Crew Fiber. Um, yeah. Someone wanted to know if I see Will and RJ at all, or while I was in Portland. Because I saw RJ while I was in Portland. Will and RJ are YouTubers, for those who don't know, but I'm sure everyone does, because they are killing it on YouTube. Um, but yeah, I got to see RJ while I was in Portland. We hung out. We actually went to this really cool bar called the Multnomah Whiskey Library. It was like crazy beautiful space. They had all the whiskey. I think I ended up getting a glass of wine though. Wow. Uh, and then I've seen them a couple times here in LA. They actually came to a premiere party for a web series that I'm in. Um, uh, uh, and we got to hang out a bit, and I've been on a couple hikes with Will, and they're great guys. Really really dig them. Um, was it difficult for me to do the nude scenes in hunting season? Yeah, it really was. That it's such like a weird animal to do, um, like a weird situation, because there you are trying to like make it look like you're having a real sexy time, but there's like a dude holding a light meter like right next to your butt, and it's very strange. You kind of just gotta get past it. Um, it was kind of weird because my first day of shooting on hunting season was the scene where we shot the the opening like three-way scene. Um, so like that was the first day, and it was just like I had to get over any insecure day I had like that because it was really really scary. But I got over it, and we did it, and it was fun. Did they see my junk and all? Yeah, like we were naked. We were not actually having sex though. That's a question I get a lot, is if we are actually having sex in hunting season. And well, I like, who doesn't watch porn? It's not porn. So yeah, there you go. Someone asked me what I was doing for Thanksgiving. I'm driving up to San Francisco because my brother lives there, and my mom, who lives in like super Northern California, is gonna drive down, and then we're gonna be spending the the whole weekend together, and it's gonna be really nice. I'm really excited. Really looking forward to it. So I'm gonna just check one more thing. Okay, you guys, you guys, I did this. Am I SAG? Yeah, I'm SAG. I got to join SAG when I shot an episode of Fran Drescher's sitcom for TV Land, Happily Divorced. Um, oh, there's a lot of questions. Um, what TV shows do it? Someone wanted to know like how we shot the sex scenes. Uh, like we just shot the sex scenes without actually having sex. Bits touched, but like we're all men. We're all dudes. We have the same equipment. No one thought it was that weird. God, like 5 people asked if I do a lot of coke. I don't. So sorry. Someone want to know what TV shows I watch, and the answer is all of them. I watch all the shows. I just watched Jessica Jones on Netflix in 3 days. I watched every episode in 3 days. That was a lot. That was a lot of TV, but it was so good. Um, I'm a big fan of iZombie, Jane the Virgin, uh, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder, uh, all the shows. Someone asked how long I have been acting. I've, I, I kind of answered this earlier, but like maybe you just tuned in, so it's all good. I've been acting like literally for as long as I can remember. I was in every show in high school. I was very heavily involved in like the local community theater. My whole family was like there was a bower attached to every single show, um, for forever. So yeah, pizza or burger? That's like that's like that's the Sophie's choice right there. Um, I'm gonna say pizza because honestly, I'm trying harder to eat less red meat. Um, oh, keep it up, Hanner19. That's great. That's so great. And thank you for tuning in. Yes, pizza burger. Do I do musical theater? I don't do musical theater. I am an actor who moves well and can carry a tune, but I cannot sing. Like I am a not good singer. It's like real bad. Um, yeah, no. No one would ever pay me to sing. Uh, Maggie from Canada wants to know what's up. I'm just hanging. Hello, Colorado. Um, so yeah, I'm I'm feeling. No, I know musical theater is awesome. I love musical theater. Like I go see musical theater as often as possible, but I do not partake in it because no one would pay me. Hey, San Diego. Do I remember making out at the Abbey? With who? With you? Who made my hair? I found a really great guy here in LA called Mike Bonner, and he's great. I love him. I'm still so confused by this person who asked me if I remember making out at the Abbey, because I haven't been to the Abbey in like forever. So who knows? Um, so you guys, thank you so much for all of you who have stuck with me through this whole thing. Um, I'm gonna. Did I read the Something Like series? I've read 3 of them. I read the three. I read Something Like Winter, Something Like Autumn, and Something Like Summer. Um, so yeah. Uh, okay, you guys. I've been doing this for like half an hour, and it felt like no time at all. If the time literally flew by, and thank you so much, because that so much has to do with like you guys. Um, People are funny. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna sign off now, but I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna have another uh, Monday at 4 p.m. Periscope broadcast next week. I'm gonna do a segment that I'm gonna call Shirtless Dudes Book Club, in which I am going to take my shirt off and talk about a book. The book that I'm going to be talking about, this is so weird having to like finagle how I hold this. The book that I'm going to be talking about is Hero by Perry Moore. It's my favorite book. It's a YA novel, but you know, whatever. Adults can read YA. I love YA. So yeah, I'm gonna take my shirt off and talk about Hero by Perry Moore. If any of you guys have read it, I would love to get your questions on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or anything. This book means a lot to me, and I would love to have like an actual conversation about it with y'all. So yeah, tune in next Monday, 4 p.m. Shirtless Dudes Book Club, talking Hero by Perry Moore. Thank you again so much. Like, really means so much to me that y'all tuned in for this long. So yeah, I can't wait till next week. Bye, guys. Thanks.